my, do you remember those merry-go-rounds that we used to play on when we were children? They were just so much fun. We would climb onto them, and my brother and I, my brother who was a little bit older than I was, we would go ahead and push them like crazy, run to make them spin. And then we would leap on, and of course then you would hang on for dear life. Well, when my sister was little, she was just 2 years younger than us, so she was kind of little at that point. And she used to love to be on the merry-go-round and play with us. So we would put this funny little thing on the merry-go-round, and we would be the ones running and pushing because her little legs couldn't reach the ground and push. So she would sit there like a little sugar dumpling, and then we would start the spin. And in no time, this darling child would be swept off with a centrifugal force because she didn't have the strength to hold on. And I cannot tell you how many times this darling child would be flung off the merry-go-round, but then she would also somehow roll underneath it. And then we'd hear this ear-piercing scream, and everyone quick stops the merry-go-round, pull the baby girl out. And then we'd all go on again, and she always wanted to go back on. She was never horrified by it. I cannot understand how she didn't get terrified by it. So then what we decided we would do, that I would go to the middle of the merry-go-round with her, and right in the center, you didn't feel the extent of that centrifugal force, that pull outward to the edges. So I would make her stand right in the middle and sort of hold on. There was always like a pole in the middle, and hold on for dear life. And then I'd use my body like a little barrier and hold her there. But as the spin came, she'd let go of her hands and push against you. So now you've really got a lot of extra weight, and it was kind of tough holding on and staying in the center. But we managed to do that, and we perfected the art of it. And the art was to go and stand in the very center. And then we used to play lovely games like, when you're in the center, take your arm and let it go out from you. And in no time, your arm would be pulled around with the force of the spin. And then we would take our leg and swing it out, and your leg would get into the spin and also want to pull you off your base. So this was a fun game, of course, for children. All the falling off and all the everything else, as children just love it. Every little bit of adventure. But it made me think about where we are at this point in our lives. We truly are experiencing ourselves in chaos, and everyone's talking about the chaos, and how do we manage, and how do we stay inside of our center, and how do we stay in peace, and how do we manage when the world around us just feels like it's going absolutely crazy. So one of the greatest gifts I think we can give to ourselves is be like the smart child who worked out that when the merry-go-round was going and spinning, you go right to the very center and you hold the center. You hold on for dear life to the very center. And that way you don't feel the effects of that pull into what is swirling around you. And that's a little bit like the chaos that's swirling around us. If you go closer to the edge of a merry-go-round, you can feel the pull even more. So the trick is, come to your center and stay in your center. But how do we do that? It is so challenging right now to find our center, first of all, and then to stay in it. So one of the things that really has been helping a lot of the people with whom I work is first to recognize that the chaos is like a swirl of energy, a swirl of activity. And if we allow ourselves to even partially put part of us into it, or pay attention to that chaos that is going on over there, we're going to be pulled into it. We need to stay clear. And the way to do that is to not engage and not attach any more energy into the swirling mass of misery. And that's easier said than done, but it is mindfulness. So for those who are obsessing about watching the news and listening to every bit of chaos and misery that's going on, do you really think you are helping? You are just adding more energy and feeding the machine of chaos. So my best advice is, come back into your center and hold a center of complete sanity, peace, awareness, mindfulness. And if you can hold yourself in that space, you become a beacon of light, an inspiration for everyone around you who is also trying to find a place where they can feel at peace and not be whipped into the fear that is going on right now. One of the ways to do that, and there are many ways and there are many people who will tell you how to do that, is to get grounded, become certain of who you are and what you wish to bring into this world. And while you're thinking about what you would like to bring into the world, hold that thought with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul. And if what you wish to bring into the world is a deep sense of peace, honesty, integrity, love, kindness, compassion, then that's what you have to hold, and not entertain one tiny little bit of you in the chaos. Holding that space is all we have to do to create a more stable lifestyle or a more stable economy or a more stable government. We have to find our own stillness, quietness, sense of assuredness, sense of confidence in who we are as human beings. We are amazing beings. We're not just a bag of bones floating around here waiting for some obstacle to hit us on the head. We are beyond living inside of our limbic system and our reactive mode. It's time for us to grow up as humanity, to stand in our truth and have a jolly good look at who we are and what it is that we wish to bring into the world. And if you want to bring the chaos, then that's easy. Join the swirl. Get on the merry-go-round and get flung off if you need to do that. But I choose not to, and perhaps you'll choose not to. And for everyone who chooses to do something different, we are making a difference. So I wish for you to find a little sanity in your life and to find a little place where you can understand who you truly are, become mindful, quiet, come into your authentic stream. Just come in to your authentic stream. So may you be blessed as we maneuver through these very changing times. But change is good, because change is going to bring a change. So let's embrace it, and while we're in it, be observant, be mindful, be aware, be awakened, and allow ourselves to make an amazing change which will help everybody, this beautiful world, our beautiful animals and plants and the water and the air and all life forms. So may you be blessed. And this is Joy Truscott from Soul Awakening South Africa, wishing you so much love.